Greetings and salutations from the CryptoQ Media, who is returning to my channel. What part XRP and XLM would play in the worldwide circulation of RL, USD, and USDC if they were to become global reserve currencies? It makes sense, given that Ripple and Stellar are regulars at important roundtable discussions regarding remittances, international payments, and incorporating DLT into the current banking system. This has been going on for a while. It will be Rippling and Stellar in Washington, D.C. in April of 2024, come sit down and see it. I expect that trend to continue for the time being. It appears as though every event is orchestrated. Completely bonkers. When did everyone start hearing about this technology? An article surfaced stating that the US Navy has contracted a firm to create implanted microchips compatible with Ripple's blockchain, reviving interest in Ripple and XRP. Something else I've told you before, I'll never get my hands on that chip. I've addressed this in multiple Incredible Reset videos, and we've known about it for years. I am not recommending that any of you get implanted chips, but it is a must for me to spend my XRP. It is completely improbable. Some have speculated that the current fervor surrounding XRP Ledger and Ripples is due to their similarities to US Treasury tokens and Ripples, the new stablecoin. Plus, it's the market leader when it comes to infrastructure. Our Chief Technology Officer, David Schwartz, is hard at work finding methods to integrate the XRP Ledger's technological and financial advantages into Ripple's operations, as shown in our most recent blog article. This will enable us to securely and compliantly provide our global customer base with the benefits of DeFi. Then, what happened? Ripple started off as a startup in the United States. After that, the litigation between Ripple and SEC began, which eventually led to Ripple becoming an international firm. There is a deluge of international interest in XRP-based projects. Projects that make it easier to buy and sell cryptocurrencies are the most promising ones, in my view. While I wait, I'll have to make do with a safe way to earn money without actively doing anything. That is something else that I have brought up on multiple occasions. Important news for the XRP community, you've been warned again. The XRP Ledger Explorer has cautioned the XRP community to be cautious of con artists pretending to be RLUSD issuers, just in time for the new stablecoin's release for testing on the XRP network. Ripple's, the newest stablecoin, is where this is taking place. This warning notice follows Ripple's most recent key warning against the rise of scammers attempting to profit off its historic victory over the SEC. Right this second, are you going to view the documentaries made by AI specialists Chris Larson and David Schwartz this morning? I was shown one of those, and Brad Garlinghouse. You shouldn't expect someone to multiply your XRP investment by 4, they are all frauds. We are nearing the end of the race, and losing your cryptocurrency would be a major setback. Promises that seem too wonderful to be true should raise red flags. People who are critical of the digital assets industry need to stop being biased and accept it for what it is, a legitimate business. As a result, articles have been published with inaccurate information on the SEC. The SEC's corrupt character is known to everybody. We are both. As we have seen during Ripple's spat with the SEC, they will now try to coerce you into doing it after failing to win over some lawmakers to Bitcoin. Their goal is to make you believe crypto was always incorrect. They will advocate for the unlawful actions and all sorts of foolishness. According to Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of Bitcoin investment business Gemini, Operation Choke Point 2.0 is still very much alive and well, especially after the US Federal Reserve initiated regulatory action against a crypto-friendly customer bank. Customer banks were obligated to give the Federal Reserve 30 days notice before they could establish new banking ties with crypto businesses, which was the main reason of the enforcement action. By taking this enforcement action, the Federal Reserve is attempting to placate people who own Nerf guns. The appetizer has no place in this table arrangement. The approaching election has the Federal Reserve acting very cautiously at the moment. If Paris wins the match in November, the cleats will be removed. I agree with Tyler that nothing has changed regarding Operation Choke Point 2.0, right now they are attempting to make everything look beautiful since, well, it is election year, so that means highlighting the positives. The election's result will provide temporary support to the economy, but I'm worried that chaos will follow either way. Let me get this straight. All it comes down to is this: vote for candidates who believe in crypto, innovation, and the American dream. After that, we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, your only option is to hope that cryptocurrency is well represented in the upcoming elections. It is possible that not even Trump is fully in favor of cryptocurrency. The value of the US dollar is paramount to him. I feel like a lot of stuff is just talking points, and it's all happening for votes. Is that the crux of the matter? Thus, the crypto vote is what they want. You have no idea what's going to happen next. A record amount of money is being made. We will make note of this as an everlasting occurrence. Experts believe that by 2030, tokenized assets including as cash deposits, mutual funds, ETFs, loans, bonds, and alternative funds might be worth around $2 trillion. This estimate is based on industry estimations and base case scenarios. The World Economic Forum, however, holds a radically different view. Experts at the World Economic Forum predict that by 2030, the tokenization market might reach a staggering $867 trillion. The next generation of markets and securities will involve tokenization of assets. According to Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, everything around you will eventually be tokenized. Furthermore, he believes that the World Economic Forum has taken a more positive approach to tokenization. Houses, cars, plants, water sources, and everything else of worth is going to be tokenized. Tokenization will have grown enormous by the year 2030. By the middle to late 2025 at the latest. By the time you finish reading this, we will have spent more than $2 trillion simply talking. As much as $30–50 trillion will ideally be added to the XRP ledger next year. Think at it this way: once tokenization begins, it can't be halted. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation (FDIC) has disclosed the startling new figure of $7.7 trillion that is now uninsured in American bank accounts. How about we start balancing right now, for the simple reason that it will happen in the end. I even tell others who aren't into crypto to put their money in gold. Invest your money instead of letting it sit in a bank. Stay away from banks with your money. That is something I've talked about in other top-notch reset videos as well. This is deliberate. The banks should be merged and made to fail. A premeditated collapse appears to be imminent. When one bank collapses, another follows suit until even JP Morgan and the rest go under. As soon as those financial institutions are prepared, Goldman Sachs will be ready to acquire them. If we switch to a CBDC, it's easier to link a few banks to it, so that might be the next step. The many branches that have recently closed have this characteristic. At 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon PST, this graphic surfaced on the US Debt Clock website. It depicts the financial Titanic, the sinking of which is imminent. A world financial system reset occurred after the sinking of the Titanic was orchestrated to eliminate critics of the Federal Reserve's founding, which precipitated World War I. There will be a third World War soon. Contrary to popular belief, wars are the actual culprits for economic resets. A third World War is highly improbable, in my view. Unfortunately, a currency war has broken out. The US dollar is currently the object of intense competition among several countries. Those same nations are actively working towards achieving equal opportunity. To help the unbanked join the financial system, Ripple and Stellar are trying to provide a fair playing field. In my view, a new financial system will soon replace the current one. My only comment is that I'm eagerly anticipating the day when the Federal Reserve will grant the Treasury full power. Along with its imminent arrival, I anticipate the announcement of the new US Treasury dollar to be made at that time. Personally, I think we should move on to it. Breaking reports indicate that the Trump campaign's internal communications were compromised by hackers from Iran. Iranian hackers allegedly broke into communications pertaining to Trump's campaign in June, coinciding with an alleged Iranian plot to assassinate Trump, according to a Microsoft assessment. Therefore, cyber attacks as well. Everyone in the Bitcoin business knew for quite some time. This was already known by XRP holders in 2018. A massive cyber attack, a worldwide blackout, and the subsequent rise of a new financial system were all things people were talking about in 2015. From here on out, a lot can happen, but my gut tells me that the IMF and the ECB are most often talking about parallel systems. According to the narrative, you will have CBDC and cash available, but further systems may emerge. Anyone who has watched my video has my sincere appreciation. Subscribing to my channel is a great way to show your support. Farewell for now. I will see you later.